You finally got them to sleep. It took 25 minutes, maybe 40. You did everything right: the rocking, the shushing, the slow walk, the careful transfer. Their eyes closed, their breathing deepened. And then you made the mistake of putting them down. Within 3 seconds, sometimes less, they were screaming. And somewhere in that moment, between the exhaustion and the crying, a thought crept in that no parent wants to admit they had. Why are they doing this to me? Here's the answer, and it's not what you think. Because your baby isn't doing anything to you. They're doing something for themselves, something so ancient, so biological, that they have absolutely no choice in the matter. And once you understand what's actually happening, you'll never react to that cry the same way again. It has nothing to do with being spoiled. Every parent eventually hears it. They need to learn to self-settle. You're holding them too much. And maybe part of you believed it, maybe you still do. But here's what the science actually says. A newborn baby has no concept of manipulation. The part of the brain responsible for intentional behavior, the prefrontal cortex, is so undeveloped at birth that it won't be functional for years, literally years. Your baby is not deciding to cry when you put them down. They are not testing you. They are not learning bad habits. They are following something built into them, an instinct so deeply built in their biology that it predates language, predates civilization, predates every parenting book ever written by about 200,000 years. And that instinct has one job, one single job: to keep them alive. The moment you place your baby on a flat surface, any surface, even a warm one, their skin temperature begins to drop. It's subtle, 0.5 degree, maybe 1 degree, barely noticeable to you. But to your newborn's nervous system, it feels like an emergency. Because for 9 months, their entire existence was defined by one constant: the steady warmth of another living body. That warmth wasn't comfort, it was information. It told their nervous system, every single second, you are inside safety, you are held, you are not alone. The moment that warmth drops, the information changes. Their body doesn't think, oh, I've been placed in a crib. Their body thinks the warmth is gone. And without warmth, without contact, their ancient nervous system draws one conclusion: something is wrong. Cortisol spikes within seconds, heart rate climbs, breathing shifts, and then, the only communication tool they have, the cry. This is not a tantrum. This is a biological distress signal. The same signal that kept human infants alive when being put down meant being left alone in a dangerous world. Your baby isn't crying because they're difficult. They're crying because their body is working exactly as it was designed to. The 200,000-year-old reason they need you this much. To understand your baby, you have to go back, way back. For the vast majority of human history, before cribs, before houses, before any of the infrastructure of modern life, a baby who lost contact with their caregiver didn't cry because they were uncomfortable. They cried because losing contact meant one thing: danger. A human infant separated from their mother in the ancient world had minutes before predators, cold, or starvation became a real threat. The babies who cried loudly and immediately when contact broke, the ones who demanded to be picked back up, those were the babies who survived. The ones who didn't. So your baby's cry when you put them down isn't irrational. It isn't excessive. It is the most rational, most effective survival response a helpless creature could possibly have developed. The cry is not a flaw. It is the feature that kept your ancestors, and therefore you, alive long enough to be here watching this. Parents spend a lot of time trying to stop the cry. Very few stop to hear what it's saying. When you hear that cry as manipulation, you respond with frustration. And a frustrated parent holding a crying baby creates more cortisol in both of them. The baby feels the tension in your arms, your breathing, your grip. Their nervous system escalates. But when you hear that cry as information, my baby's alarm system just went off, and I'm the only one who can reset it. Something shifts. Your response changes. Your body changes. And your baby, held by a calmer body, has something to regulate against. You can't logic your way through the 3 a.m. cry, but you can understand it. And understanding it is the first step to handling it. The drowsy but awake truth, why it actually works. You've probably heard the advice, put them down drowsy but awake. And you've probably tried it. And you've probably failed. Here's what nobody tells you about why it works and why it's so hard. When your baby falls into deep sleep on you, they cycle through sleep stages just like adults do. And at the end of each cycle, every 45 minutes or so, they briefly surface. In that moment, their brain does one thing instinctively. It checks the environment. When they fell asleep, you were there. Your warmth, your smell, your heartbeat. That was the last thing their nervous system registered as safe. But now they're in a crib. The warmth is different. The smell is different. The sound is different. Their brain does what any brain does when it wakes up somewhere unexpected. It panics. The drowsy but awake method works because it lets your baby's brain register the crib, the mattress, the temperature, the smell, as the last known safe environment before sleep. So when they surface between cycles, the check comes back clear. This is where I fell asleep. This is safe. No mismatch, no alarm, no cry. It's not magic. It's just neuroscience. And the reason it takes weeks of practice isn't because you're doing it wrong. It's because you're literally rewiring the association their nervous system made between sleep and safety. That takes repetition. That takes time. What actually helps when nothing works? Because sometimes, even when you understand all of this, it's 3 a.m. and nothing is working, and you need something real. So here's what the science actually supports. Warmth transfer. Before you put them down, hold them against a warm cloth or your warmed hand for 60 seconds. You're not tricking them. You're reducing the temperature drop that triggers the alarm. Smaller drop, smaller response. Your smell. A worn t-shirt, something that carries your scent, placed near but not over their face in the crib, has been shown to measurably reduce cortisol in infants. They can't see you, but they can smell that you were just there. The pause. When the cry starts the moment they're down, wait. Not to be cruel, but because the first 60 seconds of cry is often the nervous system adjusting, not escalating. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes, they find their way back. And every time they do, that pathway gets slightly stronger. Contact naps. If nothing else works, let yourself off the hook. A baby who sleeps on you is a baby who sleeps. You are not creating a permanent situation. You are surviving a season. Because here's the truth nobody puts on the sleep training websites. There is no method that works for every baby. There is no timeline that applies to every family. The only thing that is universally true is this. Your baby is not struggling. You are not failing. This is the hardest thing a human nervous system can do, and you are doing it every single night. That cry the moment you put them down, it was never about the crib. It was never about you doing something wrong. It was your baby running the oldest program in human history, saying the only thing they know how to say. Come back. You're the only safe thing I know. And every time you do, every single time you pick them back up, you're not failing at sleep training. You're answering exactly what they asked. Because parenting is hard, and you're not alone in this. We're all figuring it out together, learning to understand our babies and ourselves one small step at a time. And if this helped you see your baby a little differently, stay with me. There's a lot more we're going to understand together.